Hi friends, today I am going to explain about class level modifiers in Java. In Java, class level modifiers define how a class behaves and who can access it. These modifiers control the visibility, inheritance, and other properties of a class. Java provides 12 modifiers. They are public, private, protected, default, that is no keyword specified, and final, abstract, static, synchronized, native, strict FP, transient, and volatile. I'll explain in detail about all these modifiers in my future videos, but Java provides these 12 modifiers. So let's see what are the modifiers applicable to top level classes. A top level class in Java is a class that is not enclosed within another class. Only the following modifiers can be applicable to top level classes. That is public, default, abstract, strict FP, final. Strict FP is a modifier which is deprecated in Java 17. So from Java 17 onwards, the usage of strict FP is not required. And let's see an example. Here I have taken a main class which is a outer class, and for the top level class we can use only these 5 modifiers. So I can use public for main. Main is a outer class, so we can use public modifier. So if I run the code, it runs fine. And if I use default, that is no modifier specified, and run the code, it is valid. And if I use abstract and if I run the code, now also it works fine. And if I use strict FP, actually strict FP is deprecated from Java 17 onwards, so it raises a warning, but it runs fine and prints the output. If I run the code, it prints the output, but it raises a warning. Warning says that strict FP as of release 17, all floating point expressions are evaluated strictly and strict FP is not required. And next modifier is final. Final also valid for top level classes. So if I run the code, it works fine and prints the output. A part of this file, if you use any other modifier here, it raises error. If I use private, it says that modifier private is not allowed here. So if I run the code, it says that modifier private not allowed here. And if I use another modifier like native, it says that modifier native is not allowed here. So for top level classes, we can use only these 5 modifiers. And let's see what are the modifiers applicable for inner classes. An inner class is a class defined within another class, that is, which is defined inside the outer class. Inner classes can have the same modifiers as top level classes plus the following additional modifiers. With those 5 modifiers, these 3 modifiers are also applicable for inner classes, that is, private, protected, static. Let's see an example. Here, inside a main class, we define another class, which is a inner class. Let's take as inner main with the empty implementation. So for this inner class, the applicable modifiers are these 5 plus the modifiers which are applicable for outer class, that is top level class, plus private, protected, static. So if we use default, if I run the code, it works fine. And if I use private here and if I run the code, it works fine. Private is valid and protected also valid. And if I run the code, it works fine. And if I use static for inner class and if I run the code, now also it is a valid. But a part of this yet, if I use another keyword like native, it says that modifier native is not allowed here. Only those 8 modifiers are allowed for inner classes. Here it says that modifier native is not allowed here. And if I use another keyword like volatile, again it raises an error. It says that modifier volatile is not allowed. Modifier volatile is not allowed here. So only those 8 keywords are, those 8 modifiers are allowed for inner classes. And, and let's see access specifiers versus access modifiers in Java. Think of access specifiers as who can access something, that is who can access, from where we can access. Access specifier defines those who can access something, and access modifiers as how something behaves. Access modifier says that how the method behaves, how the class behaves, how the variable behaves. The access modifier says. And let's see the important points. Public, private, protected, and default are the access specifiers which control the visibility, from where we can access, and how the class is being restricted. Those are being called as access specifiers. Here, public, private, protected, and default are the access specifiers. And all other keywords like final, static, abstract are called modifiers. That is, control behavior. So, fun fact is that in Java, everything is technically called as a modifier. Even access specifiers are considered as access modifiers. Let's see a practical example. Let's see in the compiler. Here I have taken main class, and for outer classes private is not valid. So if I use private, error says that modifier private, not specifier private. So if I run the code, it says that modifier private is not allowed. Modifier private is not allowed here. So here it says that private is a modifier. And if I use protected, it says that modifier protected. Protected is also a modifier. So technically, these 12 are the modifiers in Java. And if I use native, it says that modifier native. So if it prints the output, it says that modifier native not allowed here. So technically, these 12 are the modifiers in Java. Even access specifiers are also considered as modifiers. So every error says that modifier. That is, all these 12 are called the modifiers. There is no word like specifier. So let's see the exercise. Please pause the video and answer the questions. First question. Which of the following modifiers can be applied to a top level class in Java? Private, protected, no. Public, abstract, strict FP, final. Yeah, option B is correct. Second question. What is the main difference between access specifiers and access modifiers in Java? Access specifiers define behavior. No. Access specifier control visibility, while access modifiers define behavior. Option B is the third question. Which of the following modifiers can be used with inner classes but not with top level classes? That is, not with outer classes. So public is used with inner and outer, and static is only used with inner classes but not with outer classes. So option B is correct. How many class level modifiers does Java provide? 12. Fifth question. In Java, what is the effect of using final modifier on a class? If a class is final, we cannot create a subclass. That is, we cannot inherit the class. We cannot extend the class. So It allows the class to be inherited by other class. No, it restricts the class from being instantiated. Instantiation means creation of object. We can create object for final classes. So option B is not correct. Option C. It prevents the class from being subclassed. Option C is correct. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe for more videos.